Lakshmi Gujarati, Chairman sir, for inviting me here. This is a special moment for me, sharing the experience of last 22 years with my dear students here. So, esteemed member of the education fraternity, guests, and my dear students. In this forum, you will hear lot many things. There will be thoughts about how the education works, how the employment works, how the structures work, how the organizations work. What I only say and want to impart in my last 22 years working across organizations, across cultures, across continents. The only thing that I would like to leave with you guys is look at the positive side of the picture. ये चिंता मत करिए कि खराब क्या हो रहा है, खराब तो बहुत कुछ हो रहा है. Look at what is going on right and then work on those things which is going right around you. Because by fretting around on the things which are not going right for you, nothing will be achieved. It is only by working on your strengths and looking at things which are going right around you, you will be able to make the change. Anyone who is able to make the change, solve a problem, is required in any team, in any corporate structure. And once you are required by multiple teams and multiple corporate structures, your visibility in the senior management team will increase. If your visibility in the senior management team will increase, we will get what we call a fast track career. Others will keep on saying different things, negative things about you, but there are certain basic principles that you follow if you want to have a fast track career. So what I am telling you guys here, or what I want to share here is, I don't want to talk about the quality of education and other things here. I would be focusing on the employability. The hard work that you guys have done here, how will it translate into your employability? So, my understanding is, there will always be pressure in the corporate structure. There will be structural pressures, there will be resource pressures, there will be emotional pressures. So when you are into a corporate team, whatever level you are, there is always a hammer banging upon you. And you will, either you can just break or you can adapt to that hammering. So there are two principles, physics study hogi, they would be able to understand this, malleability and ductility. If you behave like glass, you will break, and you will not be of use to yourself, and you will not be of use to the organization where you are working. But if you display this quality of malleability and ductility, malleability is you change your shape when you are hammered, ductility is you are stretched. Because all of us finally in a large organization act as wires. So if we have that ductility, we can be stretched. If we can be stretched, we will be able to take the organization from point 1 to point 2, pass this energy, and this organization works. And if this organization works, this wire gets recognized. If this wire gets recognized, it is again used, and that is how this wire becomes more and more important to the organization. Students, you know what is the most malleable and ductile element? It is gold. Fantastic. So your value will be in gold in the organization if you display these qualities of malleability and ductility. Before I leave, the practical part of it, I want to share with you guys that what are the key attributes that you should display if you want to be part of any organization. So I have developed an acronym which I have shared with my teams across, and I have tried to keep it very simple so that it stays with you guys. So I call this word as being practical. Practical, which is Practical. First P is process orientation. Wherever you are, you have to understand what is the process which is happening here. Second is resource management. Look at what are the resources available to you. Everywhere there will be a resource constraint. So what best you can make out of that resource is what will make you acceptable. Adaptability. Then conflict handling. There will be conflict. You can't avoid it. It's a part of it. How you handle that conflict is very important. Then there has to be a team spirit. You can't be only thinking about yourself. If the team works, the leader works. Then there is integrity, which is very important. No one can keep looking at your shoulder. If you display that integrity, the organizations across globe recognize that. Then there is commitment. You give a time. The hum three ki tarah se nahi, but if you give a time, you follow it up. Then attitude. The attitude has to be positive. Whatever may be happening wrong around you, you see the bright side out of it. Even your senior managers at times might be missing. Why? Because you are at the front end of it. You are seeing it from the closer to where it is actually happening. So your senior management will miss. But if you have that bright spot, if you can see, so the solutions will come from there. And last but not the least, leadership. Leadership is the crux of it. Leadership does not mean that you have to be a boss and you have to be given a team. You display leadership in various complicated situations which are happening around you. You can be a member of a team. If you solve a problem, you are a leader. And the more leadership situational capabilities that you will display across various domains, the more acceptable you will be. So, I would again say, be practical. And you know there are, just so that the theory connect is there, you would have read about theory X and theory Y. Theory X says that no one wants to work and people are demotivated, generally you have to push them. And then there is theory Y which says no, people are inherently motivated, they like challenges and they would like to grow. So now in practical, if you see, the last word is leader. And what is the leadership style? It depends upon theory X or theory Y, which means how you connect and how you see the people whom you are leading. If you think they don't want to work, then you have an authoritarian style. You are very closely monitoring everything and you want to handhold everyone. Whereas in theory X, what you do is participative, collaborative, and you give them space, breathing space, so that they can do the work. So once you have put practical in this frame of theory X and theory Y, the only thing that I, from that personal experience, would like to share is whatever Ken Blanchard might be saying, whatever anyone is saying, both this is applicable depending upon what kind of team you are leading and what kind of geographies and environments that you are working into. So you have to be adaptable, which is also a part of the practical thing that I have shared with you. So these were some of the thoughts which I think if you can just sleep over it, think about it, and try to inculcate within you as you go towards your goal of a professional journey, it will certainly help you. Two things my director, 22 years back, I was sitting where you guys are sitting, and my director was standing here and he told us that hard work never goes waste. So remember that, guys, this is the crux of everything. Put your hard work. You might not see the answers today, but that hard work, anything that you have learned, sometime, somewhere in life, this will come where that learned knowledge will be applicable. And as I have told, conflict handling is a very important part. So conflict handling will happen if you have the actual theoretical knowledge in place. So what you guys are doing right now, right here, is very, very important. Get your theory properly done, because from theory only the solutions will evolve. You just have to understand and bring in the connections for that. So this is a very important part of your journey. Don't neglect it. Listen to what the people who have been there, done that, kind of people who are saying from their experience. Try to bring those skill sets inside you and then deliver. I'm sure there's a very bright future ahead of it. Whatever people might be talking about, 5 digital is physical retail and digital retail, AI, whatever. If you have the adaptability and if you are learning your concepts well, you will be able to adopt. So I wish you the very best for future, and it was a pleasure speaking to all of you. Before I leave, I just want to say something in Hindi, which I would also translate in English, which has stayed with me throughout my career. And this is something which my father, when I was a child, told me. He used to say, खुद ही को कर बुलंद इतना, खुद ही को कर बुलंद इतना कि हर तकबीर से पहले खुदा बंदे से ये पूछे, बता तेरी रज़ा क्या है. That means strong, so much inside you, ingrained you that I have to succeed, that there will come a time where even God will ask you, boss, what is that you want in life? Tell me, I give it to you that you don't need any further tests in life. So guys, here's to future. Cheers. Thank you.